Pleasant morning to my dear lovable students. Welcome to Max class. In this conversation, we are going to continuation of exercise 6.1. Moving to question number 8. What is the question? If G is a centroid of triangle ABC. So centroid means, what is the meaning? Called A, B, C. One triangle is there. Meeting A also meeting one point as well as C also meeting, B also meeting. That is called the centroid. Okay. So now look at there. ABC, isn't it? So ABC is there. So BC meeting point. This is considered for G. Okay. Now look at there. A, B, C and G also another one point. Okay. Now consider for proof. Okay, we have to prove what we need to prove. Each and every side, one side, second and third side will be equal to 1/3 into area of triangle ABC. First we have to consider ABC be a triangle. ABC be a triangle. Okay, then G is called centroid. So G is called centroid. Third one, let O be the origin, means O is the origin, means how to consider for the position vector. O is the origin means OA vector consider for A vector, OB vector is considered for B vector, then OC vector consider for G vector. Then how to reproduce OG? OG vector is equal to OA vector plus OB vector plus OC vector divided by 3. Therefore, OG vector is equal to, already we know, if O is a position means OA considered for A, OB considered for B, OC considered for C. Therefore, we can write it A vector plus B vector plus C vector divided by 3. Okay. Now, so after getting OG and OA, OB, OC, first we have to find out area of triangle ABC. So area of triangle ABC. Starting with AB, A means AB cross AC, as well as starting with the B means BA cross BC. Last condition, AC starting with the CA means CA cross CB. Okay. Now area of triangle ABC means 1/2 modulus of AB vector cross AC vector. So 1/2 modulus of AB vector cross AC vector. Position vector means ending point minus starting point. Therefore, we can write it OB vector minus OA vector. Again cross AC means OC vector minus OA vector. Again off into OB vector means already we know B vector. So B vector minus A vector cross OC means C vector minus A vector. So again off into multiply now B vector cross C vector. B vector cross C vector. Next condition, minus sign means minus B vector cross A vector, minus B vector cross A vector, minus A vector cross C vector, minus A vector cross C vector, then minus into minus plus A vector cross A vector. Already we know whenever you cross product with like term means, like vector means, we have to cancel because value we have 0. After getting last term 0, remaining the term, look at there, half into modulus of B vector cross C vector. So as it is B vector cross C vector, we need, okay, that diagram. I will write it here, half into modulus of B vector cross C vector. Next condition, Already we know A vector cross B vector is equal to, if you take starting with minus I means interchangeable, you can write it B vector cross A vector. According to this line, here already minus sign is there. To produce positive means we can write it A vector cross B vector. Then last term also already minus sign is to convert for positive means we can write it C vector cross A vector. Therefore, half into, we can write no, because each and every time positive sign. So, A vector cross B vector plus B vector cross C vector plus C vector cross A vector. This is what is the value? Area of triangle ABC. This is we need because we have to prove, no? We have to prove 1 by 3 into area of triangle ABC. Did we prove what is the value? Area of triangle. Area of triangle ABC is equal to what is the value? Half into A vector cross B vector plus B vector cross C vector. Last condition, C vector cross A vector. So, any one part here, 3 sides will be equal to. So, I will consider for triangle GBC, okay. Triangle GBC. In triangle GBC, what is the value? Triangle GBC means half into, starting with the G means GB vector cross GC vector, isn't it? So, GB vector cross GC, isn't it? GC vector. Again, half into modulus of GB vector means in position term OB vector minus OG vector cross GC means OC vector minus OG vector, because ending point minus starting point minus OG vector. Now, again half into, we can multiply OB vector cross OC vector, OB vector cross OC vector. The next condition, a minus of OB vector cross OG vector, OB vector cross OG vector. Next, again minus OG vector cross OC vector. Last condition, minus into minus plus, again OG vector cross OG vector. Already I told you, whenever you cross product with like vector means we can cancel it. Then 1 by 2 modulus of OB means what is the meaning? B vector cross C vector minus OB vector means B vector into OG means already we know G centroid of the point means OG vector is equal to A vector plus B vector plus C vector divided by 3. So, into A vector plus, isn't it, plus B vector plus C vector by 3. Next condition, last term 0 here, minus OG vector means A vector plus B vector plus C vector by 3 cross OC vector means we can write it C vector. Can simplify. This is one of the important line. This is not a cube, this is divided by 3. Outside 1 by 2 is there, modulus of B vector cross C vector as it is, okay. B vector cross C vector as it is. Next condition, minus each and every time A vector plus B vector plus C vector divided by 3 means A vector by 3 plus B vector by 3 plus C vector by 3. So, multiply means we can write it B vector cross A vector divided by 3 minus B vector cross A vector divided by 3. Next condition, again minus B vector cross B vector by 3. Last condition, minus B vector cross C vector by 3. Next condition, outside is cross C vector is, so minus A vector cross C vector by 3, again minus B vector cross C vector by 3. Last line, minus C vector cross C vector by 3. What are the like term? C vector cross C, B vector cross B. Then 1 by 2 modulus of, what are the like term? So B vector cross C vector is there. Here minus B vector cross C vector is there. So look at there, the first condition, first term, okay, we have to keep it. Second term, look at there, minus B vector cross A vector. We can write now A vector cross B vector by 3. If you convert for positive sign means A vector cross B vector by 3. Next condition, plus B vector cross C vector. There is one term is there, isn't it? Minus B vector cross C vector. Here also minus B vector cross C vector. We can write now minus true B vector cross C vector by 3, because 2 times there, no. This is also minus B vector cross C vector divided by 3. Last term also minus B vector cross. So we can write it minus true B vector cross C vector divided by 3. Then remaining the term, remaining this is on, this is will be clear. This is also over, isn't it? Then last term what are the term? Minus A vector cross C vector by 3, isn't it? Now again 1 by 2, this is as it is, A vector cross B vector by 3. This is, if you cross multiply means 1 into 3, 3 is there. So we can write it plus 3 B vector cross C vector minus 2 B vector cross C vector divided by 3. Last term minus A vector cross B vector by 3. Okay. Now so 1 by 2 as it is outside, then so 1 by 3 take common outside means inside, okay, inside modulus 1 by 3 take common outside, inside A vector cross B vector. So look at their second term, 3 minus 2, definitely one term will come now, plus B vector cross C vector, B vector cross, because outside already we have taken 3. Remaining last term also minus sign is there. To convert for positive sign mean we can write it B vector cross A vector, isn't it? Sorry my dear, minus A vector cross C vector, isn't it? C vector. So we can write it to convert for positive means C vector cross A vector, because divided by 3 we have taken common outside. Now look at there. So 1 by 3 take common outside, inside 1 by 2 means what will happen? So A vector cross B vector plus B vector cross C vector plus C vector cross A vector. This is already we found inside modulus value. What is the meaning? 1 by 2 into, so 1 by 2 into A vector cross B vector, then plus B vector cross C vector. So this is what is the value? Area of triangle ABC. Therefore we can write it 1 by 3 into, this is what is the meaning? Area of triangle ABC, isn't it? So area of triangle ABC. So we can write it hence. Okay, I will continue the next question. Question number 8 homework, okay, do it your own self. I am moving to question number 9. To prove that vector method sin alpha plus beta is equal to sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. There is angle actually alpha plus beta is there. So look at there. First you have to draw a unit circle. This is origin point means O to A means definitely the parametric form of in circle. Already we know the formula cos theta, A is equal to cos theta is there, but instead of theta there is each and every time alpha and beta. beta is a. So we can write it cos alpha comma sin alpha. A means cos alpha comma sin alpha. Then B means cos beta comma sin beta. This is angle of alpha, then this is angle of beta, means the whole consider, because we need alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta, this is x-axis and y-axis. X consider for I vector, then y consider for j vector. Negative side means minus j vector. Then another one important points, distance between OTA means there is a cap. Cap means unit vector. Unit vector means may 1 centimeter or 1 millimeter or 1 kilometer, but angle, the unit term only, the constant term 1. Then distance between O to B means that is B cap. Okay. So then proof of the line. So actually draw a unit circle, isn't it? Draw a unit circle, then take A and B, isn't it? A and B, take A and B be the 2 points, be the 2 points on the circle, the 2 points, the circle with the center O. The center O. Then the condition, modulus of OA vector is equal to modulus of A cap. Already we know the unit vector, as well as modulus of OB vector consider for B cap. That is called also unit vector term 1. Then one of the important condition, angle of modulus, angle of XOA. That is, what is the meaning? Alpha, isn't it? XOA, that is called angle of alpha. Then angle of XOB, that is considered for angle of beta. Then angle of AOB, that is called alpha plus beta. Then let A vector and B vector be the unit vector, be the unit vectors along with x-axis and y-axis. So first we have to move condition OA, isn't it? The perpendicular line will be meeting, means this is considered for M. Then this is meeting of the point, means this is considered for L. Perpendicular of the line parallel to M to A as well as parallel to L to B. Now the first condition, OA vector. So how to find out the OA vector? OA means OM plus MA. So the OM vector plus MA vector. OA vector already we know that is considered for A cap. So A cap is equal to OM. Consider for x-axis, isn't it? So x-axis means definitely cos alpha. Only cos alpha means that is scalar. But we need actually cross product, isn't it? The cross product means we can write it, because sin term is there. We can write it cos alpha into I vector. Cos alpha into I vector plus MA. That is, MA means parallel to y-axis. So parallel to y-axis means sin alpha j vector. So sin alpha j vector, isn't it? This is actually first term. Then OB vector. So OB vector is equal to, look at there, OB vector, OL vector plus LB vector. OL vector plus LB vector. OB means that is B cap is equal to OL means the same x-axis but sin cos beta, isn't it? So cos beta I cap, but that is LB. So L to B means parallel to y-axis, so negative term, but sin beta, isn't it? So plus sin beta negative j vector. Therefore OB vector is equal to cos beta I vector, then plus into minus minus sin beta j vector. According to the condition, sin term is already we know A vector dot B vector is equal to, what is the formula? Modulus A vector into modulus B vector cos theta. But there is sign term is that. So sign means, what is the meaning? Definitely we should be writing A vector cross B vector. Then only we can write it. Modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector sin theta n cap. So we can write it A vector dot B vector is equal to B vector dot A vector. Already we proved. But A vector cross B vector, definitely we can say it's not equal to B vector cross A vector. That's why, look at there, but we need the condition, check it counterclockwise, then only starting with the B. So therefore, by the data, B vector cross A vector is equal to B term. Cross product means definitely modulus of I vector, J vector, K vector. B cap means, what is the value? Cos B and sin B. Sorry, cos B and minus sin B. Cos beta minus sin beta. K we don't know, write it 0. So A cap means cos alpha sin alpha. Cos alpha sin alpha 0. Simplify now. So B cap cross A cap is equal to only K only, because remain each and every time 0 will come. So directly we can write it K vector into sin alpha into cos beta. Sin alpha into cos beta. Already common cross also 1 minus also is there, even common minus also will come. Therefore we can say minus into minus plus sin beta and cos alpha. Sin beta and cos alpha. This is considered for equation number 1. This is by the data. So by the definition, what is the meaning? By the definition, the normal term A vector cross B vector means modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector sin theta n cap. So according to the condition, B cap. So starting with the B cap cross A cap is equal to modulus of B cap into modulus of A cap. Then sin theta n cap. Therefore, already we know B cap means unit vector value we have 1. So 1 into again 1 into theta means already we know angle between alpha plus beta. So sin of alpha plus beta. N cap means, look at there, n cap means actually the perpendicular line x and y, it's joining perpendicular another one line. Definitely we can say K, because x consider for I vector, y consider for j vector means x and y, it's joining to perpendicular line means that is considered for K vector. This is considered for equation number 2. Therefore from 1 and 2, opposite side equation number 1 also, look at there, B cap cross A cap. So equation number 2 also B cap cross A cap. This is will be equal now. Therefore from 1 and 2, second condition, sin alpha plus beta is equal to into K is there, no? So K vector is equal to equation number 2 also K vector into sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. So again K vector cancel means sin alpha plus beta is equal to sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. So look at there, cos sin alpha plus beta, sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. We can write it hence. Okay. This is actually question number 10, isn't it? Please, my dear students, this is question number 10, okay? I told you question number 9, do homework, okay? I will continue the question number 11, okay? Be stay on the line. Question number 11, a particle acted by constant forces. True term is this. A constant force means this is considered for F1, this is considered for force F2. So F1 and F2 means the forces add means F1 vector plus F2 vector. After getting forces point, then displacement. Displacement means, listen very carefully, from the point means consider for OA vector, to the point means consider for OB vector. Then how to find out the displacement? AB. AB means ending point minus starting point. How to consider? That is, what is the meaning? So AB vector means OB vector minus OA vector. This is considered for D. D, what is the meaning? Displacement. Then after getting displacement, force means we have to apply total work done. So work done formula F vector dot D vector. First we need to find out F vector solution. So F vector, that is F1 vector is equal to what is the value? 8I vector plus 2j vector minus 6k vector. Last force true, F2 vector is equal to 6I vector plus 2j vector minus 2k vector. Therefore, F vector is equal to F1 vector plus F2 vector. Therefore, 8 plus 6 is equal to 14I vector. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4j vector. Last condition, minus 6 minus 2 means minus 8k vector. This is considered for F. Next condition, D. D means what is the meaning? Displacement. Before moving to the D, first we have to find displaced from the point to the point. What is the meaning? So OA considered for. OA means 1, 2, 3 is there. So I vector plus 2j vector plus 3k vector. Then OB vector is equal to 5, 4, 1. So we can write it 5I vector plus 4j vector plus k vector. So displacement D vector is equal to AB. What is the meaning of AB? OB vector minus OA vector. So OB vector is equal to 5I vector plus 4j vector plus k vector minus of OA vector is equal to I vector plus 2j vector plus 3k vector. Again 5I vector plus 4j vector plus k vector. Then remove the bracket means minus I vector minus 2j vector minus 3k vector. Therefore, displacement D vector is equal to 5I minus I. We can write it 4I vector, 4j minus 2j. So plus 2j vector. Last condition, plus k minus 3k. So minus 2k vector. Therefore, work done F is equal to, what is the formula? F vector dot D vector. What is the value of F vector? 14I vector plus 4j vector minus 8k vector dot D vector means 4I vector plus 2j vector minus 2k vector, isn't it? Now look at there, 14 into 4 definitely 56, 4 into 2 plus 8, again minus into minus plus 8 into 2 16. So 16 plus 8 is equal to 24. 24 plus 56 is equal to 80. Therefore, answer will be 80 units. This is answer for question number 11. Okay, I will continue the next question. Moving to question number 12. Question just little bit different comparing question number 11. Okay, we have find the work done by the forces. So question number 11 also we have find out work done force. What is the formula? Work done means F vector dot D vector. But here forces, some different term is there. So 5 root 2 and 10 root 2 is there. Units acting in the direction one, first term also is there, then second term also is there. So we have to consider for comparing with respectively term. The first term comparing with 5 root 2, the second term comparing with 10 root 2. Already we know another one formula. A cap means what is the meaning? A vector divided by modulus of A vector. So first force solution, force 1 F1 vector is equal to, what is the meaning? So 5 root 2, isn't it? 5 root 2 into A cap. So A cap means, what is the meaning? A vector divided by modulus of A vector. So A vector is equal to what is the value? 3i vector plus 4j vector plus 5k vector. Then B vector is equal to 10i vector plus 6j vector minus 8k vector. So again 5 root 2 a cap. A cap means a vector into a vector is equal to 3i vector plus 4j vector into 5k vector divided by, there is dot you can consider, okay, divided by modulus of a vector means square root of 3 square means 9 plus 4 square means 16 plus 5 square means 25. Therefore 5 root 2 into 3i vector plus 4j vector plus 5k vector divided by square root of 25 plus 9, 34. 34 plus 16 is equal to 50. So otherwise 50 we can split it 25 into 2, isn't it? Therefore 5 root 2 3i vector plus 4j vector plus 5k vector divided by 25 into 2 means we can write it 5 root 2, isn't it? So 5 root 2 cancel means force number 1, that is called f1 vector is equal to 3i vector plus 4j vector plus 5k vector. Then force number 2. So f2 vector is equal to, instead of a cap we can write it b cap, but 10 root is there, isn't it? So 10 root 2 into b cap. Therefore 10 root into b cap is equal to, what is the meaning? B vector divided by modulus of b vector. B vector is equal to 10i vector plus 6j vector minus 8k vector divided by modulus means 10 square means 100, 6 square means 36, 8 square means 64. Therefore 10 root 2 into 10i vector plus 6j vector minus 8k vector whole term divided by 64 plus 36 is equal to 100. 100 plus 100 is equal to 200. We can write it 100 into 2, isn't it? So 100 into 2. So 100 into 2 means f2 vector is equal to 10 root 2 into 10i vector plus 6j vector minus 8k vector, the whole term divided by, again 100 into 2 means we can write no 10 root 2, again 10 root 2 cancel means f2 vector is equal to 10i vector plus 6j vector minus 8k vector. Therefore what is the meaning f vector? f1 vector dot f2 vector, sorry I had no f1 vector plus f2 vector, already we know f1 vector 3 is there, so 3 plus 10 is equal to 13i vector, then 4 plus 6 is equal to 10j vector, last condition plus 5 minus 3, so minus 3k vector. This is actually f vector. Moving to displacement. What is the meaning? From the point to ending the point. So first one we have tried it OA vector. OA vector is equal to 4i vector respectively, 4i vector minus 3j vector minus 2k vector. Then OB vector is equal to 6i vector plus j vector then minus 3k vector. Displacement d is equal to AB. Therefore AB means OB vector minus OA vector. OB vector is equal to 6i vector plus j vector minus 3k vector minus of OA means 4i vector minus 3j vector minus 2k vector. Again 6i cap plus j vector minus 3k vector, remove the bracket, minus 4i vector minus into minus plus 3j vector, last condition also minus into minus plus 2k vector. Therefore, displacement D is equal to 6i vector minus 4i vector. So, 2i vector plus j vector plus j vector plus 3 vector. So, plus 4j vector, last condition minus 3 plus 2 minus k vector. So, work done, what is the formula? Work done means F vector dot D vector. So, work done is equal to F vector dot D vector. Therefore, F vector means 13i vector plus 10j vector minus 3k vector dot D vector means 2i vector plus 4j vector minus k vector. Simplify now. 13 into 2, 26. Again plus into plus, plus 10 into 4, 40. Minus into minus plus 1 into 3 means 3. Therefore, 40 plus 20, 60, 66 plus 3 is equal to 69 unit. That is called work done. Okay, W is equal to answer 69 units. Okay, so please listen, my dear students. I hope you understand in this, you are satisfied in this session. If you have any doubt, please put in comment box. I am ready to clarify your doubts also. Okay, I will continue the next session. Bye bye.